John Grace, President of Investors Advantage, where the Money Doctor is in. So please like, share, and subscribe. And I have a question for you. Do you feel dissed? Of course, that means, are you being disrespected? And particular in the realm of the folks you're working with professionally. And to drill a little bit deeper, that would of course mean that, for example, I was first licensed in insurance back in 1978 and licensed in securities the first time in 1979. And I find that I'm often apologizing for my peers because they have the best of the intentions and they really want to do a good job for you, but somehow our languaging really sucks. And we just kind of look down at you. We come across as being very arrogant, and you're asking good questions and we're coming up with pat answers or sales objectives or a pitch or something off the shelf. It's not customized, it's not personalized, and it doesn't really respect who you are and what it is you're trying to accomplish. When it comes to your health, it's often the case that many of us go for a second opinion. We would think the same logic applies to your wealth. Get a second opinion. See if you can discern where someone has maybe a better approach, maybe they're more thorough, maybe there's more math involved, maybe there's less sales involved, and maybe their bedside manner actually looks you in the eye and says, here's what I think is right for you. So the couch that I'm sitting on happens to be one that my father made. He was an upholsterer. That's how we ate. And one of the things my dad did that I'm going to suggest that you do is have no shame in getting directions. And even if you get bad directions, ask again. Back in the day, of course, there was only a Thomas guide and the phone, and Dad would write down directions and try to get to the house to pick up the furniture at the appointed time, on time, and ready to go to work. And sometimes he'd get lost. But instead of going around and around in circles, which is what many of us do, particularly the guys, he would ask the next person for directions, and eventually he would get to his appointed destination. You have a goal, and it needs to be specific. And in many cases, it happens to be generic in terms of I want more money or I'm trying to reduce the volatility. Whatever it happens to be, it needs to be both specific and generic, because at the end of the day, if whatever the account is or the market where money is being held is off, let's say 90%, but you're on track, that's some cold, hard confidence. And we want you to have that kind of confidence to the extent that you might be able to, so that you can see if something's down 20, 40, 50, 60%, again, whatever that might be, the question becomes, are you going to have enough money? And you need to answer that question so that you might see that the odds may be in your favor. They may not be in your favor, but it's worthy of checking it out to see if those odds might be improved as far as you're concerned. So let me suggest again that you get a second opinion. There's no shame in going and looking around, kicking the tires a little bit, kind of like shopping for a car. And what you're looking for is a good match where they can help you understand what you're trying to accomplish, what the risks are, the ones that you're willing to take, as well as the ones that you wish to avoid. And maybe you can see that regardless, we're going to be okay. That's what we want. Again, regardless of whether it's our health or our wealth, am I going to be okay? I don't want to go backwards. I certainly want to at least stay the same. And if possible, I'd like to make things turn out a little bit better than I thought, whether it's the good, the bad, or the unforeseen. Let me suggest that you get that second opinion, kick the tires around a little bit and see what you might be able to do so that you know that your odds are more favorable than they might have been before. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, the Money Doctor is out.